Power here. We're going to stand up and sing the Gathering song. We'll have lyrics right over there. Here we go.
Thank you for this time in which we gather. Thank you. We've come to love, seek, and pray together. I see the God in you. You see the God in me. Now's the time to let our spirits soar in unity. Sing it one more time. Thank you for this time in which we gather. Hey, we come to love, seek, pray together. We see the God in you. We see the God in me. Now's the time to let our spirits soar in unity. Unity, unity.
Oh, that was fun. What a great way to begin. Good morning, everyone. Oh my gosh, it is so sweet to gather here. No matter who shows up here, we also know that there are all the others who are part of us out there in the world. And all those people out there in the world, you are welcome here too. Thank you. We're glad that you're here wherever you are in the world and wherever you may be on your spiritual path. I'm Maxine Kay, and it's my delight, my great delight, to be the spiritual leader of the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. Yay! And we have special Jim Wade and Frank Henniger here today. We're so grateful. Lots of music, lots of fun, and just lots of open hearts and minds. And so we are a part of the Centers for Spiritual Living, which is worldwide, and we teach the philosophy of science of mind. And it's a wonderful, sane, joyous, practical, deeply spiritual practice that all of us get to embody and to live. And we help each other. We learn together, we play together, we grow together, we laugh together, sometimes we cry together. And that's what a community is all about, right? And so we are here very much on purpose. And we're glad that those of you out there in the ethers are with us today, because it does feel wonderful. You know, all of this time that, remember when we were only meeting virtually? And we became very grateful to the airwaves. Very grateful to our producers who made it all happen all that time, that kept us together all that time. And now we get to do both. We are like one of those cars that you can use gas or electricity because we're hybrid. But isn't it a lot more fun to be together? Isn't it lovely just to be together and to have a wonderful opportunity to celebrate spirit in our own beautiful, unique ways? And so we do have a couple of things that are important to us, maybe more than a couple. One of them is that Centers for Spiritual Living, all of us worldwide, have this wonderful, delightful intention. It is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Today is the day to remember how magnificent you are, how spiritually magnificent you are, no matter what else may be going on. And we also have, we are dedicated to making a difference first in our own lives and with our own families, friends, and loved ones, and then in our greater community and out into the world, because we are all about co-creating a world that works for everyone, or as we also like to say, a world that works for all the little beings on the planet, all the plants, all the planet itself. And we're doing our important work to do that. So thank you for being together with us. Thank you for opening hearts and minds together to make a difference. I love walking together, dancing together on this path of life. And it's good to be with you. You are good company. Hi, Kim, and here's Gabriel. Good morning. And we also are, we have our own, in our own community, we have a purpose statement. And would you join me in saying it? Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And it does. And so we are so grateful to be together this morning. And we're grateful also. Oh, that's right. Are we doing a song right now? You did. We did the song. All right, then I'm going to talk to the kids. How's that? Hi, Lilia. Hello, Gabrielle. Hi. Oh, you look all. Just got a haircut and everything. Looks really cute. Okay. Now you've heard about optimists and pessimists, right? You've heard about optimists and pessimists, right? And I know which you are because I know you well. And so an optimist, remember, if there's a glass of water, and it's about halfway, the optimist sees that the glass is half full. And what does the pessimist see? That the glass is half empty. Well, I kind of like being a possibilitarian, where I realize that glass can be refilled anytime, right now, with anything I want in it. So I was, this is a story about Ollie Optimist and Pete Pessimist. Okay, they were on the same soccer team, and they had just lost a game. Well, Pete Pessimist went home crying, went right to the car, didn't talk to anybody, and said to his dad, "I'm quitting soccer. I'm never going to do this again." Well, Ollie Optimist stayed around, talked to his teammates and said, we'll do better next time. Talked to his coach and said, what can we do to improve? I'm ready to take this, up to the next level. And it really inspired the team to think about it differently. And and he also talked to his dad and said he'd like to have him take him to practice during the week as well so he could get even better. That's the difference, of course. And it's our attitude that has everything to do with how things turn out. So that team would have gone on to getting the championship because they shifted their intention and had an idea that they could make it better. And so what that they lost that one game, okay? So I think I know all of you, and I know that you look for the good things to happen, don't you? You're very optimistic. You're along with Ollie. I don't think we have any Pete pessimists here at all. And you have reason to expect great things in your life. And not only to happen for you, but for all the people you care about as well. So, ollie, ollie, oxen, free, free, free. And now we're going to have an opening treatment, and it will be by our wonderful practitioner, Cheryl Macklin.
I'd say there must have been at least one optimist on the Phillies because they figured out how to win last night or yesterday. I have a few, really, 10-3 was 11-3, whatever, it was pretty good. It's wonderful to see everybody here. I have a few readings I'd like to share, and then I will treat. Healthy expectations, what a wonderful topic, and I intend to be an optimist. So it says, we should not, this is from the Science of Mind, page 58. We should work not with anxiety, but with expectancy, not with coercion, but with conviction, not with compulsion, but in a state of conscious recognition and receptivity. We do not have to drive or push, but we must accept and believe. We should then leave everything to the law, expecting full and complete proof of our faith. We shall not be disappointed nor chagrined, for the law is our faithful servant. We should be optimists. This is from the 365 Science of Mind. Believing that it is the divine intention for everyone to live an abundant life, I consciously align with the outpouring of Spirit, accepting that all things are possible to the one who has faith. I daily increase my expectancy. I broaden my vision to include the greater good for myself and others. I cultivate faith, keeping my consciousness open to an increasing awareness of my union with good. Also from 365 Science of Mind, I believe in myself because I first believe in God. I believe in my destiny because I believe the law of good is operating through me. I have a calm confidence in the future, a keen and enthusiastic expectation of good things to come. And my personal favorite, joy is the emotion excited by the expectancy of good. So obviously I could talk for hours on expectancy and expectation. So I will state this treatment in the first person and invite you to take it for yourselves. God is right here, right now. The magnificence of God, the love of God, the shining brightness of Spirit is expressing through each person here. I see it and I feel it. It is such a gift to me and to the world. Each person who helped to prepare our celebration has done their job magnificently. each person here has come with an expectation to feel something new. I as well, knowing that I will learn something, I will step forward. Going forward, step into the day in a new way. So I know this day, this celebration unfolds with grace and ease, from the music to the speakers to the sharing after our celebration. I am so grateful for this, and with total acceptance, I release my word to the law, knowing that the law only ever says yes. I let it be so, and so it is.
That was wonderful, Cheryl. Thank you very much. Now, would you join me in speaking our affirmation together? I align faithfully with universal goodness, happily anticipating the fulfillment of each divine intention with grace and ease. And now, how about we take a couple of moments and go into a sweet meditation? So, breathing in the precious life of Spirit, we invite that breath, that holy breath, to circulate effortlessly through our bodies, renewing, awakening, nurturing, healing. And invite that holy breath to move through our emotions, bringing calm, confidence, serenity, sweet peace. Let that breath move through our mentality, bringing mental rest and inspiration and perfect balance. For the Spirit is everywhere, within us, all around us, loving, guiding, nurturing, supporting. And as we listen deeply to that song of Spirit within our hearts, we feel renewed as life, divine life, lifts, inspires, heals, and motivates us to be that beautiful, individualized manifestation of the divine that each one of us is, quite unique, like none other, and yet we are deeply grounded in the one. Let us experience the presence, the unity, as we delight also in the beautiful, diverse ways that God shows up in the world. So from the center of our hearts, let's gaze out into our world. Whatever we see, let's allow the love of Spirit to flow out and meet it. Where there is conflict, let Spirit bring harmony. Where there is dissension, let God bring unity, understanding, and compassion. Let all the swords be made into plowshares. Let whatever conflict may be in our own hearts or our own communities or in the world itself right now be transferred energy-wise into serenity and unity, infinite peace abiding everywhere. Let us see through the eyes of God, which are the eyes of love, the eyes of truth, and bless and celebrate every sentient being in the universe. And remember that we are being held and nurtured, uplifted by this divine presence. And that the power of our vision and our word and our intention is all that is needed to lift the world into the wholeness into which it was originally birthed. Let's take a quiet, silent moment to feel the energy of this transformation right now. Ah, how sweet it is to remember that each of us is empowered, individualized expressions of the divine, here to live our lives lovingly and wisely, and to make a beautiful, beautiful difference in this world, for truly each of us is a possibilitarian, birthed by the divine, and all is well. All is well, truly, truly, all is well.
Freedom, pulling it off the shelf, putting it on my chain, wearing it around my neck, taking my freedom, I'm putting it in my car, wherever I choose to go. I know it's gonna take me far, 'cause I'm living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Taking my own freedom, I'm putting it in my song, singing loud and strong, grooving all day long, and I'm taking my freedom, I'm putting it in my stroll. I'll be high stepping, watching the joy unfold, as I'm living my life like it's gold, 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 living my life like it's golden, golden. I'm holding on to my freedom, you can't take it away from me. I was born into it, and it comes naturally when I'm strong in my own freedom, playing the God in me, representing that glory. I know that I'm proud of me, 'cause I'm living my life like it's gold, 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 living my life like it's gold.
We love that. Anytime you're here, Jim, you just really add so much heart to this wonderful congregation. Thank you. Well, you're in for a treat. You are in for a treat. Another one. We have a guest speaker today, but he's not really a guest because he belongs here. He's a very important part of our community. He's a very important part of my life. Yesterday, in fact, he and I co-officiated at a wedding. And it was lovely to do that. It would have been even lovelier if the bride and groom hadn't been 2 hours late. But they're not watching, so it's okay. And you know what's wonderful? It gave us an opportunity to just sit and enjoy the beautiful surroundings. We were outdoors sitting, it was a retreat center, sitting by the pond, and just we were there together. You know, that was the blessing in it. So it ultimately took place, and it was lovely. We had a good time, and so did they. So we love doing things together. He and I love doing what we do here together at the center so often, and individually and then together. Today, it's an opportunity for you to enjoy his Sunday morning presentation. And many of you tune in to the Saturday morning Science of Mind book study, which is fabulous. He's been doing it for almost 3 years. He just done quit. Thank goodness. The man is devoted to all of us. And I'm happy to introduce to you, speaking on healthy expectations, Reverend Mike Gerdes.
Thank you. Wow, with an introduction like that, I should just bow and get down. I gotta say, Jim, you're amazing. This guy is a gift of love. Truly is. You're amazing. Healthy expectations. Wow. A neighbor of ours, besides one neighbor getting married, there was another neighbor of ours that had a real healthy expectation lately, and it finally came true. Their daughter was born. They waited and waited and waited. I was so happy, and Dr. Maxine and I were honored by being their first visitors. You know, that was really special to us. I talk about healthy expectation. What comes to mind is that that's one thing, healthy expectation, but sometimes I hate to admit, have anybody had an unhealthy expectation? Wishing something was different than it is, wishing somebody would get theirs, wishing that I'd get mine. We can have faith and expectations when we know that it's a gift from God. Lately, I had an unexpected expression of grace in my life. Now, we don't talk too much about grace. But let me tell you the story. Sometime over 3 years ago, my son passed away. And about that time, his sister, my daughter, and I fell apart. We were estranged for 3 years, really bitterly estranged. I had huge resentments. Hate to say I actually hated her. Of course, I didn't say that. I would say, oh, I forgave her. But you know, when you say you forgive somebody, but within yourself, you're going, well, I was going, and she, of course, felt the same way. And so Dr. Maxine's been teaching this class, The Gentle Art of Blessing. There's a book about it I really highly recommend because it's transformative. You know, people talk about books being good. Don't read this book unless you want transformation, because it gives you an opportunity to change the paradigm. Not only the paradigm from expressing greater good in your life and seeing greater good in your life, but transforming situations that weren't so good. Being able to take a look at a relationship and bless it. bless them. Not trying to find a reason to bless them, but just bless them anyway. You know, it's said somewhere in the Bible to pray for those that curse you. So I figured I'd been cursed enough. So I was blessing my daughter, her family, her relationships, her health, everything. I was even blessing her mother. And I had expectations. You know, sometimes we get into this teaching in religious science and New Thought, and we get full of New Thought phraseology. Like, I have the right and perfect relationship. I have the right and perfect relationship. I have the right and perfect relationship with my daughter, as it was. What happened was, I don't know why it was. Yes, I do know why it was. Because of the class I was taking from Dr. Maxine. I had this inspiration. And normally I would have said, no, 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 no. I found her phone number. Now I realized I had to do some digging to find her phone number. Because I had copped such a resentment that I deleted her phone number, deleted her email, blocked her web page, all that kind of stuff. I was upset. So I found her number, I called her up, and she answered the phone. We talked. And we talked about her unmet expectations, and I talked about my unmet expectations. And we started a communication. And ultimately, what we've come up with is that we're not healing that relationship because, you know, sometimes you've had situations, relationships, they just can't be healed. But you can start a new one. So we've started a new relationship real gradually now. It's not rushing off and being like Father Knows Best and Ozzie and Harriet and all that kind of stuff, or my three sons. But she did tell me something, was that she had a 14-month-old son. I'm a grandpa. And his hair looks just like mine. You see, I didn't intentionally set that in consciousness. But it was a greater expression of love, a greater expression of the presence that brought greater love in my life. That I call grace. You know, we can have faith in healthy expectations when we recognize that we have this presence that goes with us always. You ever want to know where the presence is? Take a breath. There it is. It's right where you are. Your mind goes spinning around. Just attempt to be still for a moment and know that the presence is there too. In that busy mind of yours, the presence is there too. And you can trust that presence to guide you, to direct you, and to do for you what you cannot do for yourself. It likely will not do for you what you can do for yourself, though. For example, I could want to be a fabulous piano player. I could treat to know that I played as well as Jim Wade. And I sang half as good as Jim Wade. I was quarter as talented as Jim Wade. But unless I put work into it, it ain't going to happen. That would be an unrealistic expectation, And unrealistic expectations are unhealthy expectations. Does that make sense? We are surrounded by a creative medium which we call the law of mind. Now, but sometimes people think that we're too cold and hard at teaching. We're not. You know this presence I talked about? That's God. And that God is individualized by you and me, by everyone and everything. You are, therefore, ready for this? God personified. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to go walk on water. But that means that all the qualities that Spirit is, life, love, power, peace, beauty, joy, are yours to realize, yours to embrace, yours to have as positive expectation, a healthy expectation in your life and the life of everyone else. I came to the realization lately that some of the things that I've been watching on TV are not that healthy-minded. And I don't watch that news, so you know where I'm going. It amazes me sometimes the power of our addictions to television and programs. You know, we gotta watch something, gotta watch something, gotta watch something. It's not really healthy-minded stuff, but we find it titillating or whatever. Came to the realization it's really not that healthy for me, and I was a bit addicted to it. So I'm joining a 12-step program. First step is recognizing you got a problem, right? So I'm moving away from, I've moved away for quite a while from watching news programs, mostly. Watch a little bit on NPR or listen to a little bit on NPR or on my phone. But I've come away from that stuff mostly. Unless there's a special on. But even so, I've moved away from that. And then programs with violence and stuff, action, adventure stuff, you know, guy stuff, right? I'm slowly moving away from that. It's hard. John Wick, yay! Because it's not healthy-mindedness. I'm putting negative energy, negative outlook of humanity, negative outlook of life within my mind. And our minds are like fertile soil. We put a thought in, it's like a seed, right? And it grows whatever we planted. And if we sow wild oats, we might be praying for crop failure. Just saying. So we need to be mindful of what it is that we're sowing in our consciousness. And you and I can have the expectation, healthy expectation, that if we think along constructive, healthy, positive lines, loving lines, things will be more than all right. They'll be fantastic. And we can recognize that that presence is going to guide us, continue to guide us and direct us on the right pathway. And it does, you know, if we allow it and declare it and accept it as being so, it does. We can make no mistakes. The truth is, there are no mistakes. Everything that has happened, even though it appeared as be not pleasant, is in fact a blessing. We just need to look for that blessing. So one thing I have learned about all the healthy expectation is I can expect good things to happen. But if I outline how that good's come about, I'm cutting myself off from my good. I'm limiting how that good's going to come to me. I can remember back when I first had my ministry in Kennewick, Washington. Yay, Kennewick. When I first had my ministry in Kennewick, Washington, there was this woman in my center. She was in love with Jim. Just in love with Jim. Not this Jim. She was just in love with Jim, and she knew she had to marry Jim. She had to have this guy. I tried to talk to her. I said, I'll use the name Jane. Jane, you don't do that. You don't treat to marry Jim. You treat to know that you have the right and perfect relationship, you have the right and perfect partner, you have the right and perfect marriage that basically attracts all the qualities that you want to bring to that relationship. Because you want to get back what you put in, right? So don't expect a relationship to bring to you what you're not putting into that relationship. So discuss within yourself and within the people you meet what you're bringing to the relationship and what you expect from that relationship. So she said, no, I want to marry Jim. I'm going to have Jim. I said, okay. I wouldn't treat for Jim. I treated that she'd have the nice marriage, right and perfect relationship. And so what happened was she got Jim. Sometimes you find that when you get what you pray for, you really wish you hadn't got it. But it was a lesson, right? It's a lesson. And then that was the grace. And that was the blessing. We can have the expectation that God's presence within us will always be there for us. Always, 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 always. Whether on this plane or another plane, God's presence is always with us. That I am, that I am, that I am, that you are is eternal right now. It always will be. And He always take you with you. Maybe not physically, but you take your consciousness with you. So if you don't like your consciousness, it's not going to change by jumping off this planet. Change your consciousness now, because you have a tendency to recreate whatever it is that's in your consciousness. So be the person you want to be now. Be the person that attracts the love in your life that you want now. Appreciate the person that does the healthy-minded things they say you're going to do someday now. Be healthy-minded and have healthy expectations. It's a joy to be with you. You are so fortunate to have each other. You really are. You are such a loving group of people. You have wonderful practitioners, beautiful musicians. Thanks for being here, Frank. People that really love you. Dr. Maxine and I really care. And you have the best. You too. And you have the best minister in the movement with Dr. Maxine. So, gang, give yourselves a hand.
I'm going to kiss this minister. Thank you. That was awesome. 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 Wow. Okay, so if this is Holy Confessions, I'm addicted to crossword puzzles. I am. I have to do 2 a day. That's just for maintenance. So, that was wonderful. Thank you so much for the inspiration. I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful share. I'm so glad that you introduced them to Xander. Xander is the grandson. And Reverend Mike is moving wisely, very slowly in this new relationship. But I'll tell you what, I see this every morning when I get up, and it's like, I can hardly wait to squeeze this little guy. The day will come, I have no doubt. And now the day has come for us to celebrate our prosperity. And so as you take your gift in your hand, let's be prepared to give from our hearts whatever we choose to do to support the work of our beloved center, which is really each other. And so as we return whatever portion to the divine, we realize it returns to us multiplied, pressed down, and running over. This is the prosperous expression of God's life by means of each of us. And we are so grateful to share and to receive in grace and ease. And so it is.
I wrote this song actually as a form of self-care. You talk about watching less news. I was overwhelmed by the negative news feed, and I needed to shift my brain, and I wrote this song specifically to do that. Maybe it'll help you. Oh, how I love to sing a simple song. It soothes my soul to sing a simple song. It feels so good to sing a simple song to help me make it through the day. No heavy topics, you know what I'm talking about. There's enough bad news to spread around, so we can take a break, a little mental vacation, and maybe you can help me sing along. Oh, how I love to sing a simple song. It soothes my soul to sing a simple song. It feels so good to sing a simple song to help me make it through the day. Sounds like this. Well, you can worry about the past, all those things that you can't change, stressing about the future, all that life to rearrange. You can fret about this and cry about that. You can obsess on all the things that could go wrong. Or you can help me sing a simple song. It soothes my soul to sing a simple song. It feels so good to sing a simple song. They help me make it through the day. 'Tis a gift to be simple. 'Tis a gift to be free. 'Tis a gift to come down where you want to be. And when you find yourself in that place just right, it's going to be in the valley of love and delight. Oh, how I love to sing a simple song. Simple song. Simple song. They help me make it. Just shake and bake it. Help me make it through the day.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Jim. I've never heard that song before, but it's going to be with me all day. I'm just going to be like this all day. Hi, my name is Edie Janik. I'm happy to serve as the president of the Board of Trustees here for the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. I'm just looking around the room. I see so many big, big smiles. And I think that is due to the fabulous song. But also I think, Reverend Mike, you touched our hearts today. And you presented your personal story in a way that was, that we can all relate to, one way or another. So thank you for allowing us to be on that journey with you. My heart's full. I'm crying. You guys know that's a wonderful thing. That's always a compliment. Yeah. No, I can't read my notes. So I really can't. Let me get my tissue. All right. So announcements. We've got lots of stuff going on. First thing we're going to talk about is the CSL Teen Camp in July in Oregon. Come on up. Hit it. Come on up, Lilia. No. We got to go back the other way. Down. One more. Then one more. There we go. Why'd you? Well, it had to. It's the only way it would work. Okay, so Lilia is going to camp this year. And super excited about it because you went last year, right?
Yeah.
Was last year your first year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How's this year been since you attended?
It's been much better than
Look
it
at
was
her bright,
before.
beautiful face. You know, she's just vibrant. And I know when she came back from camp, not that you weren't lovely and vibrant before you went, but she was like even more so. So we wanted to let you all know that there's opportunities to help support our teens in attending this life-changing camp. I asked Lilia to provide 3 words of her experience going to camp, and they were emotional, vital, and empowering. I mean, what more could we want for our youth to have that empowerment and to be able to explore their emotions and work through them, embrace them, and then vital, vital. What a strong word to choose, vital, So she's getting ready to register to go. Other teens in our community are also thinking of going. So we want to support them. And the theme for this year's camp is Keep Dreaming Forward, which thinking about healthy expectations, right? So it all aligns. And we are inviting our community to help support them financially because, as you know, travel is super expensive these days. And so we're putting together a couple different ways you can do that. We're setting up a GoFundMe page. We also accept check or cash dedicated to. You just need to make a little note. You can do that through Breeze. You could make a donation. We're going to be live in person here next Sunday, which is part of my announcements too. You can make a donation in the basket here. You can go to our website, make a donation, and just put a memo on it that it's for the CSL teens. And something I'm super, super excited about, and you might not know all the details yet, but we are going to have a community yard sale. Oh, yeah, forgot about this. So community yard sale, so we invite folks from our community. I mean, you've got stuff at home you don't use anymore, right? I mean, you just think, I'm going to hold on to that because I will need it someday, and then like the dust just settles on it and you're like, I haven't touched it in 2 years, so I probably need to find a new home for it. So we're going to have a yard sale here in the parking lot. What was the date? June 10th. Saturday, June 10th from 9 to 1. We have tables, so you don't even need to bring a big table. And we're going to have some fun, and you're going to help. And our other teens are going to help by, yeah, right, she doesn't know this. We're pulling it together very quickly because we wanted to do a yard sale. There's stuff happening, yard sale, and we also want to help raise funds for the teens. So these 2 things came together coincidentally, and we're like, okay, quick, let's get that yard sale going. So you're going to run the table with the snacks and the water and cook the hot dogs.
Excuse me? I can't cook.
That's okay. It's a grill. You just put it on there and it does its own thing. Rich will help you. Rich will help you. Yeah. Rich will help you. We'll help. We're not going to let you, fail on that one. Okay. So mark your calendars. Let us know. You can contact Linda O'Neill or the office and let her know if you're interested in having a table at our multi-family community yard sale. And also consider making a contribution. So we're asking that anything that you sell at the yard sale, that you, at a minimum, have a 10% of your profit go towards the teen CSL. So there's no cost for the table, there's no cost for anything else, but we request that a minimum of 10% be given to the teens to help cover the costs of camp. Okay, any questions? Yes.
When do we set up
When do we set up?
the tables?
Oh, yes.
When
Well,
do we
it
bring
starts
the
at
stuff?
9, and I don't know if you've ever done a yard sale, but you know everybody comes at 7.
Yeah.
And they're like looking in your boxes, and you're like, I haven't even set up yet. So I would say you want to be here to set up at no later than 8. Yes.
Who's going to babysit the tables for my students that are going to class on Saturday morning? I've got class on Saturday morning.
Right. Yes, I know. I understand that. We're going to help you with your stuff.
And them too?
Yeah, we can talk about it. We'll make arrangements for that. Haven't worked out all the details yet, but where there, I have healthy expectations that we're going to work it all out. Can anything be brought Friday night? Yes, Suzanne is saying yes.
Oh, good.
Yes, that's another. That's
Before 5:30.
before 5:30. Yes. Okay. Other questions? All right. Very good. So our next in-person Sunday celebration will be here next Sunday, May 28th. We invite you to join us. We'd love to have you here in person if you're local, but we also will be live streaming. And Dr. Maxine is also offering a discovery class today here at noon to 3. This is a 2-week non-tuition class designed to introduce people to the history and concepts of our teaching, to share about the life and work of the center, and to deepen bonds between people, and to prepare those who are interested in membership into GPCSL, into our community here. Everyone's invited to attend, whether you're new to the center or not, and you'll want to bring lunch. Right, we have lots of snacks here today too, for after our talk. Okay, so full moon ceremony, Diane Wilson, hi. Our next full moon ceremony is going to be hosted by Suzanne. Yeah, there's a name here that's not. But the Smethers home in Malvern on June 4th at 7 p.m. Seating's limited, so you'll want to be sure to register. And I understand the last one was like really fully attended, and so you'll want to register so that you can get your seat for that. Nibbles and New Thought, it's a monthly event, as is the full moon ceremonies. The next one is June 5th, Monday, June 5th, at Brick and Brew in Malvern. We are in the Crystal Room, which we have grown to love. So we invite you to join us for that. Bring your questions. We always have fun with questions and food and each other's company. And then we're having a Saturday afternoon movie and discussion group, a trip to go see the Fighting Phils. So we've got all kinds of exciting ways for us to connect and get together. So which reminds me of the Bot Spot was published last Thursday, and you'll want to go to our website and check it out. I think it was also emailed to anybody that signed up to receive those, and it just talks about the importance of connection and the ways that we are working to bring ourselves together and encouraging you to bring others to join us as well. And I think that's it. No.
Okay.
I like having you up here with me. So yeah, I think that's all the highlights for our announcements today. So thank you very much, and have a great day. Thank you, Lilia.
That's awesome. We have the best president, and she's just way fun besides. Oh, by all means, I'm excited. I'm thrilled about our teen camp. It's in Cedar Ridge near Portland, Oregon. It's CSL purchased it. It is our own larger organization place now. So Reverend Mike and I have done, in the years past, we've done a number of teen camps and been advisors, and it's been It's a life-changing experience for the adults as well as the kids. So now I also want to remind you that we have wonderful practitioner corps. Two of our practitioners are here today, Cheryl Macklin, who you heard from earlier, and Joe Lurquin. And so if anybody would like to have a 3-minute miracle right after our celebration today, grab Joe or Cheryl. I'm not sure who's going to be around for a while, but be around. Joe's going to be here. And by all means, just tell them in 25 words or less what you would like spiritual mind treatment for, and they will zap you with God. And so this is a wonderful, it's not a whole appointment, you can call them for that, but it's a wonderful thing to do. Also, on the table back there where Linda often sits, you'll find brochures about practitioners. You can learn more about them. And there's also, is the prayer chest there? No, it is. Okay, there's a prayer chest, and if you can't stay, but please do if you can, because we're going to have a lot of food. Put a request in the prayer chest and include your email if indeed you would like to have a personalized affirmation sent to you. The practitioners do that too. And did I cover about the practitioners for today? Okay. And again, the discovery class starts today. It goes from 12 to 3, and it's 2 hours. We have 2 beautiful people who are taking it here, already registered for it, who are interested in becoming members. And anyone can attend this. And in fact, even if you are already a member or if you're thinking about it, doesn't matter either way, come and join us today in the boardroom, because even if you didn't bring food, we brought quite a bit. So you'll get to learn more about us and just get to know each other better. So that's it. That's all I need to say for now, except we're going to have a closing song. Jim Wade is going to be assisted by Frank Henninger. My soul is welcome here.
All right, let's stand and sing.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. There is a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. One more time. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Our soul is welcome here, and so is everyone. So go bring more people. God goes with you. You are blessed, and so it is.
And so it is.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.